Good morning, everyone. Monday, May 18th. We're almost there, getting close to the end of that school year and wrapping things up. I'm getting ready for hopefully a better summer than what this spring has been. So, last week you studied the digestive system and looked at all the different parts of our digestive system. You learned about accessory organs and you learned about the alimentary canal, and hopefully you understand what peristalsis is, and you understand like what are some of the functions of our different digestive organs are, and hopefully have a better idea of how digestion can occur even in other organisms. I know I was reading this past week about pythons and when they consume something, how their bodies change so much, and it's quite amazing. And I'll try to put that article in for those of you that are interested in just trying to understand even higher level stuff. I'll put that article out there so you can take a look at that. It's pretty cool to look at that. So we're going to wrap this up, and probably just today will be the last day of everything poops. And then I'd like to move into some more stuff with the human body, but a little bit more into how we get energy, and again, getting back to how carbon moves inside of us and outside of us. So what's wrong with me? What happened when I was on that brief camping escapade in which I found myself late in the evening struggling to figure out what was wrong with me. What were my symptoms? And some of you came up with maybe we should take some kind of stool sample from Petee or check some other things. By the way, the background here is a computer-enhanced picture of villi, also known as microvilli, which you should have learned last week are very important. And this could play a role in what was wrong with me. So let's take a look at what could have happened with me. So we go to our next slide. Let's talk about the symptoms I had. Well, you saw the movie. By the way, the movie was a hit. I think it has double or three times as many views as some of these screencasts are. So I don't know. If I'm not teaching and I'm in Hollywood next year, don't be surprised. Just kidding. I better stick with my day job, which is teaching science here. Well, symptoms that I had: low-grade fever. You can tell some like sweat going on there, some sweating, severe abdominal cramps. I know that I had diarrhea or loose stool, and also a little bit of nausea. So we know that those symptoms are crucial when you're looking at the different diseases that could be affecting how affecting my body. So what I was able to do, some of you were saying we should test Petee stool. I was able to get and collect some stool from my restroom, that bucket, and then I put it into a flask here. So I'll play this. You can see what the stool looks like. You can see that runny diarrhea there. Looks like there's some particles possibly in there as well. I'll replay that one more time. Wow, amazing. Petee stool right there in a flask for you. You can see that watery substance, that diarrhea. What if we should take a closer look at that? What would we do if we were doctors? Well, one thing you would do is after submitting that, you'd probably use a microscope to take a look at that stool. And under the microscope, this is what they took pictures of and they found in my stool. Strange. This doesn't look like some sort of particles of organic matter. It looks like maybe a possible living thing here. Let's take a look at that. So it looks like there's something here. There's a bunch of these things in my stool. We see some organic matter floating around, but what are these things? And they looks like they magnify this, and they cleared out some of the organic stuff, and we're able to sort of magnify this, and you can see that magnified thing. Wow, looks like it might have a little flagella or something here. I wonder what this thing is. Strange. Something is in my stool. Something's causing that abdominal cramps and that diarrhea and all those nasty things that were happening to me. What is it? So well, you get a chance to be that doctor. You get a chance to diagnose what's wrong with me. So here are some different disorders or diseases that affect the digestive system. We have Crohn's disease, food botulism, not to be confused with another type of botulism, is specifically the food botulism, giardiasis, pancreatitis, hepatitis C. So we have about 5 different things there that you have to figure out which one of these is affecting Petee. And then once you figure that out, what part of my digestive tract is being affected? Is it the gallbladder? Is it my esophagus? What is it that's being affected when I have a problem, the problems like I had? And finally, how would you treat Petee and how would you save them? So we're going to provide you with some, basically what you're going to have to do is do some Google searches, read up on these things, and then come up with which one you think is affecting Petee. And if you're able to do that, you never know. You might be able to go to Harvard Medical School someday and become a flight surgeon, or better yet, become a heart surgeon or some type of general surgeon there, as you can see there. Or even better yet, maybe you work for Doctors Without Borders and help people in need all over the world. So hopefully this type of activity gives you that inspiration and you keep on learning and we keep on moving in the right direction. Have a great day. Figure out what's wrong with Petee.